Sundae Bar listed on AIM in June when it raised £2 million, and the market cap early June is £43 million. To talk to us about the business model, I'm delighted to be joined by the Chief Executive, Jill Kenney. So Jill, the business wants to become the leading marketplace for AI agents. First of all, Jill, what is an AI agent and who needs one?
That is a great question. So AI agents are software models that can autonomously execute end-to-end tasks. So essentially what they do is they work independently. They can create their own workflows, and they produce a goal. So how it's differing from traditional AI is that humans will still prompt them, but instead of just having a memory that searches the internet, they're actually able to work independently across multiple different software programs or apps. So for example, you could give it a prompt that then it could go into your LinkedIn, it could access your Excel, it could go to your Gmail. So this is really changing the way people work, and it's changing our workflows because we're shifting into a place where these autonomous AI agents are actually intelligent teammates. So we're seeing adoption rates really go through the roof right now because people want to be less computer-like in their workday and leverage these AI tools to improve ROI, spend less time on repetitive tasks. So essentially, that's what an AI agent is.
Okay, so it sounds as though AI is here to stay as collaborators and hopefully not replacements. So I'm just wondering, how big is the demand for AI agents? What's the addressable market and what agents are live on your marketplace?
Yeah, so we're seeing like everyone knows that AI as a sector, as an industry is booming. It is here to stay. It's estimated that it'll go past 850 billion by 2030. And then the segment within that that's really exploded is the agent sector. So right now, we have it's about a 5 billion, just under 5 billion, but it's projected it's going to go to 50. And I actually think that's even going to be going higher as we see adoption rates get more and more. You're seeing this shift at the enterprise level from small, medium, large businesses where they were kind of AI curious in 2024. Like we were talking to companies, they're like, yes, we use ChatGPT. Like we're interested in how we use it to their like AI in. They have task forces, they have budgets attached, and they know that they have to implement these agents into their workflows, into their teams, or their competitors will and they'll get left behind. We're still in early days of it. So industries where you have a lot of repetitive tasks are used most like HR, legal, finance, customer service. And on our platform right now, you will see a mix of different types of agents. We have an HR agent that I've used many times called Lucy. It's actually developed by another London company called Cycle AI. And what Lucy does, and I encourage everyone when they think of AI agents to actually think of it as their teammate and their employee. So Sarah, if you needed to quickly hire a junior media person, someone to help you with media relations or whatever that role was, you would task them with, okay, I want you to create a job post. I want you to put the post on LinkedIn. I want you to review those candidates and then maybe set in my calendar your top 4 interviews. And that's exactly what Lucy, this HR agent, will do. And she has access to 300 million profiles and resumes. So it's quite impressive the time they spent help within the workplace.
Okay, well, you've obviously been Googling me because I definitely need
Do you?
I definitely need a Lucy, Jill. So I'm
Yeah.
just wondering, so you've obviously made potential investors curious, how does your marketplace make money and how will it assist in the growth of your business at this stage of its development?
Yeah, so Sunday Bar is a marketplace for AI agents. So essentially, what we are is we're a place for developers of AI agents to host, scale, and monetize their product. And then on the other side of the market, for businesses, enterprises, and individuals, like yourself, if you wanted to find an HR agent, you would use Sundae Bar as your trusted place to search for that agent. So we're connecting AI agents with the end users. And the reason why we're doing this is because the development of AI agents right now is happening at mass scale. So there's some incredible agents being developed, but they're all sitting in different silos on the developer platform. There are some really good AI agent directories, but where we saw the opportunity is let's connect the two and act as that marketplace. And what we're doing there is as this industry grows and explodes, we can follow that trend and be there to facilitate those transactions. So, as a business, how we make money is developers on the platform pay a monthly fee, and most AI companies now, and we will be this way as well, it's on usage base. So it's kind of moving away from that old SaaS model as everyone pays one fee in different tiers. How much do you use the platform? What do you need from the platform? And it's actually, companies are finding it as a really successful monetization metric. So we have monthly SaaS fees and then transaction fees. So every time someone sells an agent, Sundae Bar facilitates that transaction. And then in platform advertising. So for those developers, how do they get their agent in front of the right audience? We can support that through advertising methods. So what I love about our revenue model and our business model is it's really the three complement each other. They don't compete or cannibalize. So the more agents we have on the platform, obviously you get the more monthly fees. That has better sales. We have better businesses come on, we have more transactions, and then you have more advertising. So it's a very complementary way for the three revenue streams to interact.
So it sounds to me as though it's a very competitive industry, and therefore I'm wondering what Sundae Bar's USP is. Is it the fact that you are a conduit and there's so much symmetry and symbiosis between all the different threads of your business?
Yeah. So our USP is we are the two-sided market. Like you say, we're the conduit to connect the AI agent developers with this mass market wanting to purchase them. We are in a fortunate position that we acquired a company called Aura Technologies PLC, and they had a ready to deploy marketplace already built. So we are able to leverage that tech and we'll be in market quicker. And it comes with the KYC, AML payments within it. And then having, we're publicly listed, which is incredible for us. It isn't, there's not a ton of publicly listed AI companies. So that gives us the credibility and the profiling that we want. And what we are excited about is this is like an early stage within the market that we're entering. So go in, grab market share, build that trust. We know with marketplaces, looking at past ones, Shopify, Amazon, etc., that have Fiverr that have done really well, is users want to purchase from places that they trust, and that means getting that user base and building it quickly, having strong agents on the platform, therefore strong buyers.
Okay, you're talking about building there. So what is the company's growth strategy? Add more agents to the platform, or would you consider additional bolt-on acquisitions?
Yes, as a business, we're always open to anything that comes our way. We'll always make the best decisions for the business and our investors. I have had a tech company before, and I think when you're in an industry that is, there's a lot of noise, there's a lot of buzz. When you know you have a strong business plan and a good model, is to just really keep focusing like focused, keep the team focused on that, and then build a product that delights your user. Because when we do that, when we delight the AI agent devs who are bringing their agents to the platform and our purchasers, that flywheel is going to go naturally on its own.
What a beautiful word, delight. Apart from being,
It's
apart from
so
being,
true.
it's wonderful. Well, apart from being delightful, Jill, what skills do you have? Capital raising, AI, a fabulous tech network.
Yeah, so I come from I have a mix of tech startup and marketing. I was the head of Red Bull's media and content team for many years. Obviously, Red Bull, I believe, is one of the best marketers in the world, and brand builders and community builders. And in a marketplace, you really do need a community to have this go. And then I went and I had a tech startup where we built tech products for individuals that play video games predominantly on Discord and Twitch. So I, as a leader, have a really strong marketing brand building background mixed with the tech. A lot of tech companies, they're like very incredibly smart developers, but they don't necessarily understand that UX UI journey on the front side of a tech product. And then I'm really fortunate to have a really strong team. Jonathan Bixby, who is on our board and very much involved, has a incredible background in capital markets. Our admission to AIM was his 15th IPO. So understands that side very, very well. And then our head tech designer from Crowdform, Ewan, is one of the earliest minds in AI. And they've had experience building AI agents, AI products. So we come with a really strong mix of capital markets, tech, marketing
Okay, I
in the
want to
startup landscape.
understood. I just want to ask you about scruples. There's a lot of discourse around about AI agents taking jobs off humans. What's your take on this view?
Oh, you know what? I really see them, and the reason we're in this is because we see them as complements to your work. When you work with an agent, I actually believe in many ways we became too much like computers and we got stuck in this like busyness wheel where it's like, oh, I'm like scouring the internet, I'm moving data from platform to platform, and that's taking up 8 hours of my day. But is that actually what, as humans, we should be doing? So when you hand back a lot of that repetitive computerized tasks, what does that open up for us? Creativity, innovation, strategic thinking that we might not have been able to focus before. We also know that we're in a labor shortage, so we need it. But I think how in a year, 6 months, I think we'll be working in a very different way that will allow more satisfaction. Like it'll definitely help bottom lines of companies. That is without question. Like when you can free up your employees' time to work on strategy, work on monetization strategies, you are giving that back to the human and taking it away. So that's not like a question on bottom line for companies. And then it's exciting to see how we will work in the future. And you'll notice even on Sundae Bar, like we want to match you with the right AI agent. It is not a replacement, it's a teammate, it's a match, it's a complement.
Understood. Just a couple more questions, if I may, Jill. And the AI industry is a bit like the Wild West at the moment, with AI applications flooding the market and some being used by bad actors. Do you anticipate that the industry will or has to become regulated?
Yeah, like yes, it does, and this usually is what happens when you have a new tech trend come up. Then regulation follows. I believe regulation equals more trust and therefore higher adoption. For us, that is on the buyer side of the market, the enterprises, etc. And then for us, we've built the platform to make sure that we were compliant and that no bad actors would be on the platform through our terms of service agreements. And then what's really interesting in this space is that because we're the facilitator, as you said, the conduit of the transactions, the agents are built separately. Us as the platform, along with all the members in the community and the marketplace, will be able to judge and validate those agents. So their commercial utility, their usage time, were they easy to implement? But if there is a bad actor in that, obviously we can flag it and the community will flag that as well.
So finally, Jill, for those listening to us in audio only, Sunday, we're not talking about the day of the week, but a frozen ice cream dessert, a bit like the UK's Knickerbocker Glory. So what's in a name? Why choose Sundae Bar?
Oh, everyone loves a Sunday. And when we first launched, we actually wrote Sundae Bar, even lactose intolerant developers love Sundays. But there is some like mix and match, like what we're as a user to the platform, like we're the bar, we're how people can monetize their agents and build what they need. So you will probably have a media relations agent, and then you'll probably have an HR agent, and you can start to pick and choose and customize. What we will have in our roadmap is you as a user will type, this is what I want, and then the platform will be able to give that back.
Lovely. Jill, it's been a
Serve
pleasure.
that back like an ice cream.
Delicious. And I tell you what, I'm off to find my Lucy now. So thank you very much
Yes, you should.
for introducing me to that concept. And I wish you and the business all the very best. Thank you very much indeed for joining us.
Thank you, Sarah.